Hi, welcome to the second episode of Letters to Polly. I'm just here as the editor of Flying Ketchup Press, and I want to share some local news about writing, and I want to gather together a community of writers so we can meet up at events, get to know each other better, and I hope to publish more writers, both locally and regionally. So I did get one note. I did not get a letter yet or any long messages from writers, but I am waiting for you to send maybe your favorite line, the best poem you ever wrote, an excerpt from something you've written, published or not published, that you'd like me to read on our YouTube channel. Or maybe you just want to tell me something that's going on with you, something about your writing life that you'd like to share. We're all working so hard to keep writing, and the story's interesting. Just our writing life is interesting. So I did get a note on Facebook from Desiree Middleton, and she's my friend from Hamline University. We both got our MFA together in St. Paul. I think we went at different times, but I took a really great workshop from her on screenwriting. It's the only screenwriting workshop I've taken so far. And it was so good. I think about it all the time when I'm writing. And so talking about writing online, she wrote a note and she says, there's no better feeling than typing the end. And thinking about that, I can't remember, Desiree, the last time I ever typed the end on anything. As a kid, I typed the end at the end of every story I wrote. But I can't remember doing that since then, and it would feel so good because that was my favorite part about writing. You're right. I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but that was my favorite part, and I think that's why I am opening a publishing company in Kansas City, because the ending of a story is so important. That's what makes us feel wonderful. I love to research, and even Aristotle thought that the best thing about sharing stories with people in a group, receiving them in a play, a movie, well, they didn't have movies back then, but receiving that story as a community, experiencing it together, both beginning, middle, and end, that's where that wonderful feeling comes from. That's where the catharsis comes in. That's where the healing comes in. And as writers, if we don't have an ending, and as readers, it's no fun. So sometimes I get tired of all these serial books that don't have an ending and serial TV shows, and I just want something satisfying. So I'm going to try what Desiree suggested, and I'm going to write some short stories and put the end at the end and see how I feel. And if I feel amazing, great. That's going to be wonderful. So Desiree's been really encouraging to me, so thank you, Desiree. I know she just won a screenwriting contest not too long ago, sometime in the last year in LA, and she got to create her film. So I'm looking forward to hearing more about how that turned out. And I did have a couple of things that if you're a writer locally in Kansas City, you might want to go to this weekend. There's an event at La Esquina Gallery downtown. It's Fountain Verse this weekend, all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I hope to go out to at least one of the events. It sounds really good. So a poetry festival. And also, this is the 3rd anniversary of Paper Birch Landing, an art gallery that's now been in North Kansas City 1 year. And they really partner with writers. They have a poet in residence, Terry Sanders, and we are publishing his book for his poet in residence in Kansas City. I'm really excited about that book and the audio version. So we hope to start that soon. And the Paper Birch Landing event is on the 13th, Saturday in the evening. In North Kansas City. And let's see what else. Tomorrow is an open house at my office where I have an art studio and an illustration studio So I just hope that if you're local, we can get together. I have to run off to a meeting to talk to a writer downtown, and I'm teaching a class today, so it's a busy day, but I wanted to stop and say hello. So thanks for joining in.